Good afternoon, guys, and happy Sunday to all of your sunshiny faces. My hair, what is going on right now? It is all like sort of wavy, like I slept on it weird or something. Anyways, guys, we went out to Jewel and to Aldi today to do a real quick run. We also ran into Menards because we grabbed a newspaper. And then we got Starbucks. And so actually all this stuff was sitting outside in the car because, you know, there's snow outside. It's not supposed to get above freezing. And so yeah, because we were running late and the church service that we were watching started at 11 o'clock and we got like done. Like we had 10 minutes before it started when we were at the Starbucks parking lot. So anyways, we ended up running into Jewel, which I don't know where the water is. We also got a thing of water too, but we spent $16 and some change at Jewel, and then at Aldi we spent $61 and some change, but we got two things that were sort of like expensive. One thing that wasn't even a food item, so that took it up probably a little under 20 bucks, but that's why the rest of the stuff on the table would have been like only 40, which I'm like, that's not that bad. But again, so I'll share with you guys real quick a couple of the things that are going on over at these stores. So this was Jewel, these cereals and fruit and stuff like that, and like I said, I don't know where, but we have another like a 24-pack water as well. That was the one I think we got last week. I don't know where our other where the one we just bought was, but basically it's the exact same thing. So we got that too. That was on sale for $2.50. They were like $10 for four, and so for spring water, that's a good price. Normally at Aldi their spring water is like $1 or $2.75. So when it goes on sale at Jewel, which it has been the last couple times, it's not a bad time to just buy a bottle or, you know, a thing of water, their bottled water here or there. But then their couponing deals that were going on this week, they had the Cinnamon Toast Crunch, well, the General Mills cereal. They had, just sitting on the end cap, which is cereal we eat anyway, they had the Cinnamon Toast Crunch and the Lucky Charms. I think there's maybe some other ones included. But these ended up being 88 cents after coupon, but you have to buy 4 in total. So you load the coupon to your card, buy 4 of them, and it takes like $2.22 I think off of each one of them. So like that in and of itself is like pretty good savings. And then they had their big, like the 2-pound bag of cheese for $5. It's normally $7.50. And they also have, which I thought was the same deal, it's actually 2 separate coupons. The grapefruit, which is an 8-pound bag, was I think $2.22, and then the orange is also an 8-pound bag, were $2.22, and these were 2 separate coupons, so you can do you know, both deals. You don't have to choose either or. That's what I thought it was, but it wasn't. So we've got some oranges that I'm gonna cut up actually so Jack can eat some of them. And then we obviously have another huge thing of oranges. So that was everything at Jewel. And then over at Aldi, these were the 2 sort of expensive things. So we got a like, I've never made this from Aldi before. I kind of wanted to try it out. I've seen it kind of often, but like you just throw these in the slow cooker. You can do it, it's like slow cooker ready. And since today I could have pulled out a freezer dinner, we could have done a freezer dinner, could have done one of those again, but I knew that we probably wouldn't have a whole ton of time just because of, again, everything that we were doing real fast with church. And then also too, my mom has to go back over to my aunt's to help her with, like I said, the arrangements for my uncle and everything. So she has like meal plans for next weekend, but nothing for like this week. So I was like, we can try this. This is like 10 bucks though. It has, again, the vegetables and, you know, the meat in there as well. So that's why I'm just going to throw that in the slow cooker real quick, because if I wanted to do something, it would have to defrost, and it's 1 o'clock right now. So in order to have it like in time for dinner, it'd probably be kind of late. The other thing, again, that we got at Aldi was this folding step stool, because I figured, honestly, like me and my mom cannot get up into these top cabinets up here, and we can store it down in there, next to the, you know, or even maybe over there or something like that in the kitchen, so that we can climb up there and grab the stuff, because we do have a little like 2-step step ladder, but this would probably be absolutely perfect just so we can get into, like I said, those top cabinets, since we're kind of shorter ladies. And also in the laundry room too, I have trouble sometimes getting up and being able to get things in the laundry room, and like I can jump up on the counters in here, but in the laundry room we have the glass top washing machine, and so I, you know, obviously don't want to be up on top of that. And so it's hard to get in there and be able to climb up on top of things to get stuff that I need off of high cabinets and stuff like that in there. So that's why I was like, this is not a bad deal. It was, I think, $6.99. So and it folds out everything just like a, you know, actual little step stool. So we ended up, like I said, picking up that. So those two things there were almost like 20 bucks. The rest of the stuff was kind of like 40. So I got some spinach for myself so I can do some berry salads. I got raspberries and blackberries this week. Also got some hash browns for myself, and then I got some tomato basil soup. These were actually on sale. They were $1.79, I think. So I went ahead and picked up my normal, like I normally like lentil soup. They're organic kind, but then I also grabbed a thing of the tomato basil soup because like if I do like grilled cheese sometimes every once in a while, I really like it with tomato soup. Not a huge fan of like the, I don't know, like the condensed soup stuff. So I really like this one. I'm not a huge fan of tomato soup like by itself, but I like it with grilled cheese. So I was like, that's not bad if I wanted to, again, grab, you know, one of those for myself since it was on sale anyway. Also too, we have some shrimp in the freezer. My mom asked for cocktail sauce because she wanted to just do shrimp, and then for New Year's, I don't know if she's still going to use it, but if we do have shrimp, my mom wants it with like cocktail sauce instead of actually making it into a meal or whatever. We have that at least in the pantry. And then also aluminum foil, I think we were a little low on, and paper plates. And then I guess my dad got a giant thing of peanut butter. I didn't know we were out because I thought we had still a bunch of little like small jar peanut butters that we were getting on sale real cheap, but I don't know, I saw that in the cart. And Pop-Tarts, and then two like potato chips, and then I got myself some of the party mix I like to snack on. And then we got lettuce and bananas and avocados. Avocados were 50 cents each, I believe, this week, or 49 cents. Then I got some of the big like tortillas, my easy go-tos like lunches, sometimes dinner, or like those loaded quesadillas. I love those. Those are awesome, but I normally use the big ones. And then also whole wheat bread, and then also the knock your sprouts off bread as well. I believe that was everything from Jewel. Or from Aldi. I don't think we ended up getting anything else, or I missed anything. But again, it felt like 60 bucks. I was like, ooh, that kind of seemed like a lot. But we were under 150 still this week, which I think is really good. And again, the roast beef thing is just sort of like, honestly, cost less than what it costs to go and get pizza, which might wind up happening tonight if we didn't actually, or you know, weren't making something. So yeah, like I said, that's why I was like, you know what, this will be a good thing. You know, I can't eat it, but I can have some soup or some quesadillas or something. Make myself a grilled cheese and then have some tomato soup with it. But the Bears game is not until 3 o'clock anyway, so it's probably going to be late. So like probably have dinner like sometime during the Bears game. But yeah, guys, I think that's it for my hauls for this week. Like I said, grocery wise, over the last 3 days, all the hauls were, I think, under or close to like 140. So I know we were under 150 for sure, but that's what I sort of figured for everything. So again, I'm gonna go real quick, get all this stuff put away. There's other football games on right now, just not the Bears game. Also too, we got more snow last night, guys. So I actually wanted to pull out my camera, well, maybe my phone, since I was in the car while we were driving. Our park looks beautiful outside because all the snow is like so like thick, and it's like sticking to all the trees and everything like that. So like there's like just like snow like gathered on the trees. It's not only just on the ground. So like I can show you guys outside. I just thought where our park was because there's so many trees there, and you're just like driving down the street sort of in this like covered, you know, like covered, it's almost like an arbor sort of, you know, just all these trees. I thought it was just really pretty. So yeah, I'll show you guys. This is what it looks like outside right now, and I don't know if you guys can really even tell so much because of how light the sky is. But like on our burning bush, you can probably tell pretty well. There's like gathered up bunches of snow and all that kind of stuff, and like our neighbor's tree over there across the street, like you guys can see that and everything. Yeah, now that I'm zoomed in, I think it's a little better. But like all the like, you know, branches of the trees are just covered in like all this snow. It looks really pretty. We got more. It wasn't like very much, like maybe an inch or so, but there's like it snowed again last night, and I didn't even realize it was, or that it was supposed to, but we have like a good several inches. I don't know if we have a foot really. I'm never a good judge of like how much, like I clearly know if like the snow's stinking up to my height or my waist. Like we had a winter storm one year that was really bad. Like it was like past my knees. Like I mean, I think even more than that, I'll be honest. But yeah, there was, you know, like that. I know like we got a lot of snow. Like this seems like a pretty good amount, but again, because everything's all shoveled up too, like I can't really tell. Like I'm like, oh, in that spot it looks like it's piled up, like that's maybe about a foot. But yeah, like I said, over the last couple days we got several inches. Yeah, not a foot, but several inches, at least I think. Anyways guys, I gotta get this stuff put away and gotta get dinner started in there in the slow cooker. So guys, I am gonna go get in the shower and get to bed. I stayed up late. I had to finish my German lesson, and then I was working on something else, and then also I did all the dishes. But the other thing that I was working on, the reason I sort of stayed up late, because I finished watching the Bulls game. That was over at like, I don't know, 10 o'clock maybe or something like that. Maybe a little earlier, 9. Maybe it ended at 9. I watched the post-game show afterwards too, because I think it started at like 7 o'clock. Anyways, so yeah, after I was done with that, sort of while I was watching, I was working on a list sort of all of the stores that I'd like to start couponing / shopping at again. Because I realized that CVS actually, there is a good portion of deals that I can do sort of minus the extra bucks. I was just telling you guys too how like I don't want to be so committed to that, just in case again, you know, I end up not going, or you know, other things come up and stuff like that. It's like with Walgreens, the benefit to doing their, you know, what was Balance Rewards system and now their what's it called, My Walgreens, is that the points that you earn, they don't expire for a whole year. So if I, you know, for a couple months am sort of out of it, you know, out of the stores, out of the couponing game, all that stuff, I can still, you know, like hang on to those and still get back into it within a year. Whereas CVS, I think their extra bucks expire after a month's time. And on top of that too, they're paper, you know, and I'm trying to, and I really want to try and do everything as digitally as possible. So using all of their like digital coupons and stuff like that, just like pairing up their store digital coupons that I can use by just entering my phone number or showing my card or whatever. Because I don't know CVS, like I don't know if you can, I think you can enter your phone number. Like I believe that was always a thing with CVS, even back when they had like, you know, like I said years ago when I was, you know, couponing there, even started couponing there. But I don't know how to get my phone number connected to my card number account. Like I still have my physical CVS like card, but I'm not totally sure how to add my phone number to it, so that I can just put my phone number in, you know, at the store or whatever. And I don't know how much that is a thing either, because like I don't know about like, you know, getting the extra care coupons, if that's what they're still called. If those, you know, you can even punch your phone number in at the checkout or anything like that. It's just like I want to carry as least amount of things and have to worry about like, oh, I need my coupon book with all my coupons and, you know, all this kind of stuff. Like I wouldn't mind every once in a blue moon using like, you know, maybe a couple physical coupons, actual Sunday insert coupons every now and again, but you know, I don't, you know, like I said, want to be tethered down to that. And I feel like it's a lot easier like just literally looking everything up on my phone. Like sometimes I do that actually while I'm still laying in bed in the morning. I'll be totally honest, that is where my most of my couponing inspiration comes from. But like while I'm like sort of getting up and I'm all groggy and sort of still out of it, like, you know, right before, you know, and I want to stay snugly warm in my bed for a little bit longer, I just sort of pull my phone up and like I said, we'll kind of just flip through, you know, a couple of the apps on there, and like they happen to be Walgreens and CVS and Walmart and Target, all that kind of stuff. And so I'm like, ooh, what's going on? You know, what do they have on sale? And just to sort of like, you know, at Target, for example, because I didn't get until I just got my new phone a few weeks ago or whatever it was. I hadn't had the CVS or Walgreens app downloaded. I had Jewel and Walmart and Target, and I have the Ibotta and Checkout 51 app. I also downloaded Dollar General and Family Dollar as well. So like every once in a while, especially when they have a notification, I don't like having the notifications left in the app. So when it pops up with a notification, you know, and like even if I'm not wanting to look at the ad, normally it's like, oh, our ad is in this week or whatever. So I'll just kind of check in there and I'll be like, oh, like, you know, kind of scroll through. And sometimes too for like Target, because they carry other things and just, you know, like couponing deals and stuff like that, I'll be like, oh, is there anything like we really needed a new you know, I don't know, a humidifier, something, you know, like something weird. You know, but if it was like something I knew we were out of, or I was like, oh, they have, you know, like baking dishes on sale, or like, oh, they have cups or silver, you know, something like other like household things that aren't, you know, couponing or, you know, like deals, I guess, really great deals. But if I'm like, oh, I know we needed that, or, you know, it's on sale or something like that, I'm like, oh, we needed a new, like I said, a hand mixer, a blender, or, you know, something, and I'm like, oh, it's actually on sale, you know, maybe do a deal, you know, on one of those things. If it's at least on sale. We don't have as many towels or something, so like, oh, those are on sale, like, you know, at Target, maybe we can pick some up. So anyways, like I said, sometimes I will just sort of flip through the ads. I will just sort of look at them, like I said, in a general sense, but you know, I will sometimes put together or look at some of the sales too and be like, oh wow, that's a really good deal on that thing and that stuff. It's just some of the things that I've been going over recently, looking at more digital coupons and stuff like that. So that's why I was like, I kind of want to shop at CVS. Like, I can do a lot of this stuff too through Target instead of, you know, Target's mobile app, and do even some of their gift card deals or just some of the regular sales and stuff like that, because of their, you know, like I said, their digital coupons as well. Walmart's like the only place that doesn't have like digital coupons that you can do, you know, because they've never had like a card or anything like that that you carried around, you know, like everybody can always get Walmart's prices. And the same thing too with Target, like you can always get the prices, but you get extra savings if you use the coupons, you know, with their, what do they call it? I don't remember what Target calls their, you know, like their coupons and, you know, that kind of stuff. Their cartwheels. Did they change that name though? I'm kind of wondering now, because I don't know if I've seen that recently in the app, but that's what they used to be called. So anyways, yeah, now you just kind of download it and you can use it in your wallet or whatever, which I think is what they changed the name to, but it's kind of confusing because like Apple uses like the wallet as well, but like, you know, so anyways, I don't know. Off topic here. So yeah, like I was saying, just, you know, doing some other deals, but like Walmart's good too because they have a ton of like Ibotta offers. I think that's sort of their go-to. Like I think they partner with Ibotta a lot, it seems like, and they have way more offers available or exclusive offers available through Ibotta. So I think that's kind of their like incentive, like, hey, we don't offer like coupons, but you can use Ibotta rebates, and like we have way more than like most other stores. At least that's how it always seems like to me, and more exclusive ones too to the store and stuff like that. So that's why, like I was saying, you know, Ibotta sort of a Walmart app a little bit, you know, that is encouraging for Walmart users, I guess. So, but there's a lot of times good deals that, you know, you can match up with that. So I went through and sort of made a list of all of the stores that we could hit up, what order we can do them in, and sort of like a time frame of like the best times to go based on also when the stores open too, because like I was telling you guys too, it screws me up every week that Aldi opens at 9 o'clock. So like if I were to get up and get out the door by like 6:45, some of the other grocery stores and stores open at 7, even some of the grocery stores open at 6. You know, like I can't go to Aldi for another 2 hours after that. So it's like I have to, you know, waste my time pretty much because I can't go to Aldi. And so like I said, I was trying to figure out like scheduling wise sort of when that would all work in to get to as many of the stores as I would like to coupon at as possible. Obviously not every week I want to go to all of them, but if there were great deals at every store every week, what order would I want to do them in and get to them in? And then also too, to share with you guys the deals and stuff like that. I'm thinking I'm not gonna start couponing like this week, and or like, because I guess this is kind of the first full week in January, and technically the sales were really started today for most of the stores. And so I want to try and do like the sales, you know, and this is kind of when now the regular ads are coming out again instead of the those weird hybrid ones over the holidays and everything. But I want to share it with you guys too, and that was the other thing too, sort of in order of like when the sales are the earliest, when I can get out to the store and actually share that stuff with you guys too. So I was thinking that I might start again posting on my other channel and doing all of that stuff in February actually, so we'll see. I always leave things very open-ended because I don't like to tie myself down to something, say I'm going to do something and then wind up not being able to. But that is, like I said, I've been wanting to for a really long time, and it's like I just haven't necessarily gotten to it or haven't been able to. So I feel like, you know, I'm organized to a point, and this year too, I was telling you guys, like 2020, I've actually been one of the most, for me, the most organized years. And I feel like that's attributed a lot to my planner. I write down really dumb things in my planner, like do dishes, do laundry, edit, upload, just things that like I know I do anyway, but it helps me stay on track then for the bigger things that I know also have to get done too, or little things even too that I might possibly forget in a day. And it also makes me feel good, like I got everything done on my planner for today or for this whole week or whatever. You know, so I put down, you know, achievable goals, you know, and then also too sometimes more difficult goals to achieve, but definitely a lot of just simple achievable goals because it helps me stay on track so much. And I've consistently used my planner really this whole year, which has been really good. I think also maybe a lot of that has to do with the pandemic and not being able to go as many places and there not being as many distractions and things like that too. There isn't like, oh hey, we're gonna go see a movie, hey, we're gonna go and, you know, go do this thing, you know, or whatever, and that kind of throws a wrench into my plans or when I like to do things or be scheduled and stuff like that. So since the grocery store is one of the only places that we can go still kind of during the pandemic, there isn't a whole ton of other places and things that we can do. You know, grocery stores and other like, you know, shopping places are sort of the only things that are open. You know, like I really don't know that movie theaters are even open in our area right now. Like I haven't necessarily checked into it or looked into it, but I haven't heard of a lot of people saying that they're going to the movie theaters or movie theaters around us that have said that they're opening. So, you know, like I said, there's certain things that like we still really can't do, you know, again, like bowling or, you know, going laser tag, you know, I don't know if any of that stuff is really even open. Not that it was stuff that we did a whole ton of times, but sometimes too, it'd just be like a random weekend. We'd be like, hey, let's go do this thing, or, you know, let's go do that thing. And obviously the pandemic limits us a lot from being able to do those things. But I think that's one of the reasons why too. It's because it's not been as much of a distraction and, you know, all that kind of stuff. So that's why I, like I said, I've been thinking about doing some of this stuff lately, and I don't know, I will share with you guys more updated and stuff like that, but I want to maybe try and do some, like I said, some things this week, and I want to try and also figure out too, like, will my schedule work for the next, again, really, how many weeks do we have in January? Like 3 or 4, you know, from now until, you know, like weekends, I guess, 3 or 4 weekends until February anyway, so it's just a couple weeks for me to kind of try out this system and, like I said, see if it works, and again, all that kind of stuff. And then also get back to some of those stores, like I did Walgreens yesterday for the first time in months, maybe even a year, close to that. You know, it's the first time that I've been couponing, sort of, I guess, couponing a little bit there. You know, like I said, I just did 3 little deals. But for me, again, it's also convenience too. Like, I don't see this taking up as much time as it was before because I can do everything from my phone as well. You know, just clipping all the coupons instead of trying to have to flip through and find all the, you know, the clippable coupons and then make sure I get them all organized and then, you know, go to the store. And then too, like I said, the process of actually just putting my phone number in instead of having to give the cashier all my coupons and stressing out that I might forget them or, you know, like whatever, you know, I don't have to worry about that stuff. Really, if it's just like, okay, one deal, it's already advertised in their ad, I just have to click it and go into the store. You know, it's just simpler. So I really, like I said, liked that and have been, like I said, looking into doing that kind of stuff just a lot more lately. So we will see, guys. Like I said, I'll update you and let you guys know. But yeah, it'll kind of be like a week to week thing, and then like I said, maybe in February, because I think I was telling you guys too, normally February is when my New Year's always seems like it actually starts, because that is when I'm finally like reorganized, and like I have all these grand plans for the beginning of the year, but I can't actually get them you know, set in motion normally for a whole month. So that's why February for me really always should be the new year. And it's sort of like I said, when I actually, you know, have gotten things to the point where I can start them. So I guess that's my sort of goal for 2021. I guess it's technically the 3rd, but you know, that's my New Year's resolution, I guess, sort of, would be to kind of get into that again. And then also my German, I really want to try and keep up with my German lessons too. I started back in October, but I want to keep up with that too, because I have been, you know, I looked up to, I know 173 German words. That's how many I've learned in my Duolingo program, but I definitely know more than that because I've picked up on a lot of other ones too that I wasn't even taught in there. Like my mom's taught me a ton of other words too. But yeah, so I'm, like I said, close to like 200 words already that I know, which I don't know, doesn't seem like, I feel like I still can't communicate really well. I can just sort of make statement sentences. Like I don't know how to ask a lot of questions in German, but I feel like it's sort of preparing me to get to that point. And then too, during the holidays, it was kind of weird. Like I was just doing review for a while, so I kind of like almost took a break from it. And you know, now I'm finally getting back into actually doing like new lessons and learning new things instead of just reviewing all the stuff that I already knew. So anyways, guys, yeah, I've talked for probably way too much, and this probably should have actually been in tomorrow's vlog. But I wanted to share with you guys that, since that's what I was doing this afternoon. But I'll see you guys all in tomorrow's vlog. If you guys did enjoy today's, make sure you guys give a big old thumbs up. If you guys are new, we'd love if you'd subscribe, and I'll see all of your sunshiny faces tomorrow. So bye, guys.